Stephanie here with Herb Nerd. I've been meaning to show you guys around our gardens we put in not too long ago, but we sort of got busy. We recently were hit with Hurricane Irma. We didn't get too much damage. We're in Central Florida. A lot of South Florida still has flooding, and it's been about 2 weeks since the hurricane. Worst thing up here is probably a few people still don't have power, and some people got bad damage to their homes, but for the most part we got away pretty easily. So I wanted to show you around my garden. It survived wonderfully, which I was surprised about. I was worried we were going to have a ton of damage, but we didn't. So I'm going to show you around our garden, and if you have any questions, let me know, right? So this is the front yard. We have these beds here. We have 12 of them and 2 little trees over there. It's a Longdon and a Barbados cherry tree over there. It's my neighbor's house. These are our beds over here. They're just some fencing my husband got at Tractor Supply. I can link the video down below, but we got the idea from another YouTuber. I believe his name is I Am Organic Gardening. But he has a ton of great information, a ton of different ideas on gardening, and they seem to turn out pretty well. This is, what tree is this? This is our Katuk tree. As you can see, it did fairly well in the hurricane. We had probably 60 to 80 mile an hour winds with some gusts a little higher than that, so considering that, it fared fairly well. Everything is starting to sprout up. If you watch the I Am Organic Gardening guy, which once again I'll tag him in my video or tag his YouTube channel, he does a lot of companion planting, and also he doesn't do things like in rows. It's just sort of everything is stuck together, and the root system helps everything grow better, helps get more water and nutrients down to all the plants. That's a cranberry hibiscus right there that we have. And these are 2 types of potatoes. These plants that you see that are really big in the middle, they came from Echo Nursery in South Florida, which from what I understand had a lot of damage after the hurricane. This is a Okinawa spinach, and then we have some lettuces growing, different types of lettuce, Tom Thumb, all heirloom varieties down there. This is another Katuk. Didn't do too bad in the storm. It's missing quite a bit, but it's hard for me to tell if that's from the storm or if one of my kids came out here and ate all the leaves, because I have a 4-year-old who will just come out here and rip every leaf off and eat it. This is a moringa. I grew it from a seedling. I got about 5 of them that I grew from seedlings. This one, I want to say I started them from seedlings like back in May, and this is how big it's gotten already. It's a couple feet tall. All my seeds I got from Mary's Heirloom Seeds, and I can tag her website too. She's an awesome source of information if you need anything. She's out of California. She's a homesteader also. I love her site, and her Facebook page is awesome also. What do we got over here? Some herbs, that sort of stuff. More moringa. Walk over here, show you the back bed. My husband built all these raised garden beds. As you can see, that's all our yard debris from the hurricane. And a bunch of oak trees out here. My neighbor, I don't know if you can see it back there. See that tree? My neighbor, he owns this 35-acre pasture right here, and he recently bought another 40 acres on the other side of it, and it was all pine trees, and now most of them are not there. They're broken, bent down. Another cool idea you can do, my husband came up with this. We have this wall we made out of concrete blocks, filled it with dirt, and we have herbs growing in. There's some plantain, there's some comfrey right there. What's over there? Burdock, nasturtiums. I don't think we have any edibles in here per se. It's just pretty flowers. There's my staghorn. Thing's older than I am. It was my grandmother's. I had it hanging from this tree, and before the storm even started, half the damn tree fell. And so thankfully it survived. Good part of the only good part of the hurricane, I guess I'd say, is a bunch of people are cutting trees down from whatever. And we got a ton of live oak for free that was just sitting on the side of the road. We're gonna use it and inoculate them with mushrooms, start growing some mushrooms. So, I mean, I guess that was the only good thing that came out of it. Alright, this is our big raised garden bed. I think it's about 35 feet long. It's awesome. We have these pine wood chips on the edges here. I don't know if you can see them. The hurricane once again sort of messed everything up. But that just helps like self-pruning. It keeps the roots from, that's why they're in the other bed out there. It keeps the roots from coming out and keeps everything sort of confined. But we got some stuff sprouting up. Some stuff didn't make it. I mean, you can see some stuff got whacked pretty hard, but for the most part it's doing good. I got radishes, some daikon radishes over there. We got a drip system on this. It holds water fairly well, so we don't gotta water it too much. Probably about 15 minutes twice a day with the drip, and it does really well with that. And this lattice bit you see here is the same stuff that makes up those gardens in the front yard. And we're going to use that to let like the tomatoes and the pole beans and the Kentucky wonder beans, stuff like that, climb up. So, and also that way the cows can't get to it. I don't know if you can see them back there. Neighbor's got about 20 cows back there. They're pretty nice. They don't get out too often, so it's a good thing. Alright, I'll walk over here to the other garden. This is the original garden we have, and it's a traditional in-the-ground garden. We did some cleanup work on it. There we go. This is our original garden here, which we have the lattice up again right there for our plants to climb up. Got some Tyrosales right there. They weathered pretty well in the storm. I was surprised. They were a lot fuller. They're sort of naked now compared to how they were, but they still fared pretty well, you know, considering the conditions we were working with. I've got my papaya tree over here, my big one. I have a big one and a small one. This one did pretty well. It got most of the branches ripped off, but I mean, once again, considering what it went through, I'm surprised it's still there. So, did pretty well. It's our irrigation system, which I need to hurry up. These are going to be turning on in a minute. My husband has these on timers. There's 3 of them. And it's just overhead irrigation, but fairly inexpensive to put in. And then the last thing I wanted to show you, back here under these trees, we haven't put, I don't know if you can see the bare wires. We normally had orchids hanging up there. They were my grandmother's, and we had to take them down for the hurricane. So this, once again, live oak that we found on the side of the road. We filled it in with some compost, and since then leaves and sticks and stuff have all fallen in it. But we're gonna get some hay put in there. We're gonna use this as a mushroom garden. Inoculate all the wood and then throw some hay in there. Use that, and then we can just throw food debris in there to feed the mushrooms too. And then we're gonna make, they call them mushroom houses. I don't know if that's a technical term or what, but they're just like little log houses without a roof, and you just use them like that and inoculate them with mushrooms, and that's what you do. So that has been our little homestead. As you can see, we even, I mean, utilize everything. We're utilizing the bricks here. We're filling them up with soil and putting stuff in, and we put all edible flowers in the bricks. And then this garden's been planted. We're just waiting on stuff to pop up. You can see a few little sproutlings. And what we did was we sort of put, everything's pretty close together, but what we did was we made a little map, and every so many feet was another section, and each section we said, okay, we're gonna put this, this, and this in there, and they'll all work together. And we just sort of scattered them all in that section. They're not in any rows. And then up here we have climbing melons, or, you know, wandering melons, whatever you want to call them. And then we have beans also that need a lattice. So we're going to try to make the melons go up the lattice. We'll see how that works. I saw a few people that did it. I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. Worst case scenario, they'll just go out into my neighbor's yard, who's actually my mom, which she's not too thrilled about it, but she'll get over it. So this is our little homestead, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to do more videos like this in the future. And have a great day. Thanks.